people who trust are naive. And naive is not a virtue. It's a fault. It's partly a fault because if you're naive and you run into someone who's malevolent, including you, they might do you incalculable damage so that you will never recover. So that's not a good thing. You don't want to be naive. If you're not naive, that means you've been burned once or twice or 3 or 4 times. And you know, once you've been burned in that manner, well, then it's hard to trust because you think, well, why would I trust you or me for that matter, knowing full well that I can be betrayed? And so then you're cynical and you think that's an improvement over being naive. You know, you're more mature, cynical than you are naive, even if it's premature, and it's often premature in young people. It's like, okay, so how do you get out of that conundrum? Well, this is a crucial thing to know. You trust people because you're courageous.
Trust the healing process because healing is mandatory. I'm Namdi Shakur and welcome to Him channel. The journey of homelessness is complex and often misunderstood. Since being homeless, I now have a front row seat in the movie theater of society. But while in the theater, society doesn't notice me. But guess what? I see you, and what I see sometimes grieves my heart. Today's homeless perspective topic is NAIVETY plus narcissism equals the perfect storm. Before I do a deep dive on this topic, I would like to first do a disclaimer. In no shape, form, or fashion, this topic is going to throw Travis Hunter and his fiancée under the bus. I'm a big fan of Travis Hunter. I've been watching him since his Jackson State days, and also been watching his social media, his YouTube channel, and his channel with his fiancée. I've been following them for at least 3 years. So I'm rooting for them. Let's just say that this subject matter is a lesson for all of us, especially the young guys out there. I'd like to share a story about back in the day when Black Planet was popping. For those who don't know, Black Planet was a popular website for black people to go. It was kind of like the MySpace for black people. And you had your little profile or whatnot, you hook up with people or whatnot, kind of like what you do on Instagram. You hit up people's DM on Instagram. So you hit people inbox on Black Planet. So I saw this young lady profile. I mean, man, she was beautiful, man. Dark, chocolate skin like I like them. Kind of remind me of Kelly Rowland. That's probably why I was attracted to her, because I love Kelly Rowland. You know, Kelly Rowland was popping back in the day. So I hit her up, got in her inbox, hit her up. She hit me back, chopped it up, exchanged numbers and everything, and didn't realize she's 5'9". Shit, I'm 5'6". So I didn't realize she was that tall. So we got that out the way. She's like, it's no problem, you know. So we chopped it up over the phone for a couple of days and decided we'll meet up, go out to the movies, get something to eat. So I was like, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. How about let's go to Studio Movie Grill? She was like, bet. Meet up at a public place, quick trip, well-lit area. Meet up at Quick Trip. She liked what she saw, I liked what I saw. We was vibing and whatnot. She jumped in my whip. Go to Studio Movie Grill. We both like comedy. That's when Norbit first came out. So we had a ball, eating good, drinking good. So I take her back to her car. So before she get in her car, she leaned up against the car and shit, I got on my tippy toes and I went in, grabbed a fistful of ass and I started kissing her down, you know. So I'm like, okay, we hit it off pretty good. A couple of days go by, I don't hear from her. So I was like, well, let me give her a call, see what's up. So I called her and she was like, oh man, I've been meaning to call you. I just really been working, been busy and everything. I was like, no sweat, no sweat. And she was like, well, there's something I really got to tell you. I was like, what's up? She's like, I'm not really into you like that. You're a good guy, you're a nice guy and everything, but you're really just not my type. I'm like, cool, no sweat and everything. I'm like, it seemed like we had a good time or whatnot. You know, what changed? And she was like, well, you know, like I say, you're really not my type. And she said, to be brutally honest with you, she was like, you don't want to fuck with me. I'm like, what you talking about? She was like, well, you know, you're a good guy. You got a nice job, nice car, nice crib and everything. You got a lot going for you, but I'm a handful and I need somebody that can really be able to handle me. You know, if I fuck with you, I'm gonna fuck up your life. And I was like, well, hey, I appreciate your candor and your honesty and, you know, and she was like, well, but we can be friends. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool with that. I got enough female friends, you know, plus I was in my early 30s at the time, and I'm in no business of trying to have no damn homegirls at 35. You know, homegirls are somebody that, you know, from back in the day that you grew up with. I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't trying to have no damn homegirls. Yeah, but anyway, I digress. I appreciate old girl for not exploiting my innocence, my naivete. She saw the naiveness all over me, man. So I really appreciate that. Most women don't do that. She knew she'll fuck up my life. She'll ruin me. See, when you're naive, you have a certain pureness and innocence about yourself. You damn near childlike, and you tend to look at the world through your idealistic perception of how you think things should be. And that's how Travis is. I mean, just look at him. I mean, he stream all damn day. If he ain't playing ball, preparing for football. I mean, he go fishing. He don't go out. He don't drink. He don't smoke. I mean, he act like a damn kid. And old girl, his fiance, she saw that. And what woman don't want a man that's just not out there in them streets? Who don't want that? Black, white, it don't matter. So also when you're naive, you're unskillful. You have no experience. With the experience in life come experiment. He haven't really lived life. And worst case scenario, what can happen in that situation between Travis and his fiance is, worst case scenario is, he can come into his own once he get into the league. He may get exposed to some shit. He may go out to a party, meet some women or whatever, get a little taste of the nightlife or whatnot, and find out that, damn, this is what I've been missing. See, throughout well-off media, video clips, and they allowing us to have an inside scoop of what's going on in their daily lives and everything. I consider it a privilege to be able to see it, because normal people go through that shit every day, not just celebrities or whatever. But some of those clips, you see Shador being the big brother to Travis, and he used to bully Travis a lot and teasing him out, his girlfriend and everything. He can't go out, and Shador been wanting to try to get him to go out with him. And Shador be basically, you know, pulling his hoe card and shit. But I saw in those videos, Travis was coming into his own and really start pushing back and being his own man. So once he get in the league, you know what I'm saying, he might get a little taste of some shit and become his own man. And that naivete shit gonna go out the window, and he gonna start experiencing some shit. That's the worst case scenario. He might have a side baby, you know, if he decides to get married. And, you know, her being a narcissist, you can tell she's a narcissist. You know, it's all about her. Because in some of those videos I've seen on their channel, Travis and Leanna, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And a lot of those video clips, you can see her trying to seek attention and validation from him. And always trying to, she seemed kind of needy at sometimes. She wants the attention on her. And she always telling him, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I would say a couple of years ago, Travis wasn't telling her, I love you in public. Now, you know, his his star power is growing and shining and everything. The spotlight is on him and stuff like that. He's starting to tell her, I love you in public. So she gonna start gaslighting once he get in the league and all that, you know, talking about I've been there since day one and everything. And you gotta also keep in mind, man, she met old boy in high school when she was in college. She's from London, I believe. She was born in London, moved to Georgia when she was 10 years old. You know, she got a bunch of tats, and plus she drink that clear liquor. Now, I'm not getting off into all the rumors and stuff that people have been passing around on social media. I'm not getting into all that. I'm not trying to gossip. I'm just talking about her life experience and what she's experienced. There's no telling how many relationships she's been in, how many body counts she got. And she knows she has a naive dude. In the worst case scenario, he ain't gonna be naive no more. He gonna wake the fuck up. But he's gonna feel he's still loyal. He's a loyal guy. And he's gonna feel like he has to stay with her based on his idealistic perception and trying to prove the naysayers wrong. We already said that he couldn't play both ways on the highest level in college football. He did that. And by him being a Taurus, I believe his birthday is like in May or something like that. He's a Taurus. He can be stubborn. So he's going to hold on to that. And I've been in a relationship with a narcissistic woman, and me being naive and everything, man, it's draining. And the type of schedule that dude has, I mean, you got to look. Man, Travis' nephew, man, I wish you really understand that you the prize in that relationship. You the catch, not her. But see, you met her when she was in high school. When you were in high school, she was in college. And plus she has the exotic look, she's different and everything. And they seem to have a pretty decent relationship. I'm not knocking the relationship, but y'all really got to look at things through reality of where y'all are. And Travis, you're not that same high school boy that met this girl. You the man. And you don't have to be egotistic about it. She has to learn how to play her position. She has to play her position. And in order for her to do that, the best case scenario is she need to go to finishing school. She need to get some older NFL wives that know how to play their position to mentor her and everything, get some media training and all that. I'm rooting for you, Travis. But if y'all don't go to counseling, y'all don't do the work, and it's just gonna end up in tragedy, because her being a narcissist, you being naive, man, that's the perfect storm. I mean, you haven't really just lived life. You at your peak right now. You at your peak. I remember a few years ago, one of my family members, she was 24 years old and she got engaged to an 18-year-old. Now, I believe Travis' fiance is 2 years older than him. And that's a red flag right there. And when my family member was getting married to an 18-year-old, she's 24, he just graduated high school, and he got a lot going for himself. He had a good job, a nice car, a nice apartment and everything. Now, granted, my family member, she just got out of a lesbian relationship. She just got out of a lesbian relationship. And she meets this first guy that she dates. She decides she wants to get married. So everybody was congratulating her and everything. And it came to me, and I was like, and I had already chopped it up with her fiance. And I asked him, you know, what you want to do for a bachelor party? He was like, I don't know. I said, man, I'm going to take you to the strip club. And she jumped up and was like, no, you ain't. You know, my family member was like, no, you ain't. You ain't taking me to no strip club. So she pulled me to the side. She was like, why you want to take my fiance to a strip club? You know he ain't offered to that. She said, you don't want us to get married or something? I said, I'm not saying all that, but I'm like, I think y'all need to wait till you get married. You know, move in together for a little bit. I mean, he just graduated high school. Shit, he ain't even been to a strip club yet. Shit, he ain't even really had, like, I think my family member was his second girlfriend. Now all of a sudden, he wants to get married. Let him live life for a little bit. So she didn't like that or whatever. Make a long story short, they got married. 2 years later, they got divorced because he was cheating. And when he got caught cheating and stuff, she wanted to gaslight him and shit like that. I'm like, okay, see, that's what I'm saying. And now to this day, my family member is back into a lesbian relationship. Ain't that something? But anyway, naivete plus narcissism equals the perfect storm. Basically, naivete is synonymous with being nice. If you watch my last video, I broke down why the word nice is a cursed word. Well, naivete is a cursed word also, but only difference is that with nice, you can put a curse on yourself or someone else can put a curse on you. But with naivete, shit, you cursing yourself because you being stubborn and want to look at things and approach things with this idealistic notion that things gonna go the way you think it's gonna go instead of looking at things for what it is. That's what naivete does. You have no experience. You're unskillful. You never dealt with it before. So that's what's gonna happen. You doomed to fail. So basically, Travis, he gonna need somebody really, either his fiance gonna have to step it up or he need to be with somebody that's gonna best complement him, that's naive as well, and they can grow together.